Hi everybody, this is the readings. How are you guys doing? So this is going to be your 2024 predictions reading today. I'm going to talk about astrology, tarot, oracle messages. I'm going to combine all the messages and hopefully give you a detailed overview for your 2024. If you would like another reading based off of tarot cards, that will be linked in the description box. I've already done that for 2024 predictions, but I wanted to do one more because I wanted to incorporate more astrology in this. So this is going to be more astrology and oracles and a little bit of mixture of tarot. So if you're interested, keep watching. All right, let's just get started. So 2024 Pisces for you. To sum it up, I feel like it's going to be a lot better than 2023, okay? When it comes to your relationships, when it comes to yourself, there has been a lot of self-discovery happening in 2023. Even in 2022, I feel like there are a lot of lessons that you're carrying forward with you. One thing I'm going to tell you is to carry forward the lessons that you've learned in the previous years, but do not repeat the same mistakes, because if you do that, it's easier to get stuck in cycles. Okay, Pluto is going to be in your 12th house for the most of the year. So it does look like there can be some of this energy of intense energy actually coming from the 12th house, but naturally the 12th house is your house. So I feel like Pisces, you being an intuitive, you being able to pick up on certain things, I think you can handle it well if you choose to, because Pluto in the 12th house can also be self-destructive. Sometimes Pluto energy generally is destructive. It's about transformation. You know, it's not that kind of transformation that happens at a surface level. It's like completely tearing something apart and then building something new. Okay, so I feel like with that being there, it's a great opportunity for you to have a look at what you need to change in your life, what you need to change about your mind, and how your mind is changing and how your life is changing, if that makes sense. So you need to educate yourself, and I feel like a lot of you have been on that journey already of educating yourself, of self-improvement, okay? But you just have to be careful, because that can sometimes also bring up this energy of depression or too much going on all at once. Okay, so try to stay organized in your life, in your thoughts, as much as possible with that Pluto in your 12th house energy. Jupiter and Uranus are going to be in your 3rd house. So later on, Jupiter is going to move on from your 3rd to the 4th house, but Jupiter in your 3rd house with Uranus, it's beautiful energy. And the reason for that is, I was just going to talk about this is a great time for you to free yourself. This is a great time for you to do what you've really strived and wanted to do, but you haven't been doing it. Now, I naturally know that Pisces are people pleasers, you know, but I also know that they are people pleasers up to a certain point, because I am a Pisces myself. So I know that, but it's like Pisces with Jupiter and Uranus being there. Jupiter energy is expansion. It's good luck. It's happy-go-lucky energy, okay? And the Uranus energy is like change. It's unexpected. It's the it's more so like Aquarian energy, you know? So Jupiter is also like home for you, but to me it looks like with those planets being in your 3rd house, it's more so like you seeking freedom, you just wanting to be free from relationships, friendships, certain social interactions that no longer serve you. And it's giving me more of a rebellious kind of a vibe. that you could have, okay? And I feel like it's already happening moving into 2024 for you, okay? We see here the card of imagination, freedom, and worry. So what is something that you're worried about, Pisces? I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness and imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. What you may be having a hard time with is denial in regards to something. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So Pisces, I do feel like Spirit is telling you to be more cautious of where you spend your time, money, energy, resources, because maybe you've not been very cautious in 2022. I feel like 2023 as a person was a better year than 2022. More of a woke year for you, but I feel like moving into 2024 you're going to like even feel the need and the urge to change things with the Pluto in your 12th house, and I'm going to talk about Saturn as well in a bit. But for now it's really talking about you freeing yourself and not really attaching your sense of happiness to a person, to an object, to a situation, because you know, I feel like for some of you, if you have codependency issues, this is a time for you to disengage from that or try to work on that more, because if you don't, you're going to feel entangled in certain situations even more. So Jupiter and Uranus in your 3rd house, they're giving you an excellent opportunity to work on yourself, to work on your relationships, to have more boundaries in your relationships, to learn to say no if it is needed, and not overextend yourself, bend yourself backwards for other people so much, because I know you already don't, you haven't seen the results that you wanted with that, okay? So this is also a great opportunity to do something new with communication. Some of you that those are in communication business or working online, something to do with communication and working online. I do see a new turn being taken in your career situation if your career is related to that, or you could. Some of you are great public speakers, or something here about your voice is what I'm getting, okay? Or you having an impact. All right, so Spirit is also telling you to nourish your creative side more in 2024, trying new things, you know, breaking free from old habits and patterns, using your imagination. Pisces are very imaginative naturally. So Saturn is going to be in your 1st house, okay? So Saturn in the 1st house, for some of you, Neptune is also going to be there, but again, it kind of depends what rising sign you are. I would recommend that you watch your rising and your sun sign. If it's not Pisces, then you watch that sign as well along with Pisces, okay? But I strongly feel that with Saturn being in the 1st house, it's like you're changing as a person, you're changing as an individual. Some of you could be changing your looks, losing weight, gaining weight, going to the gym, or something that has to do with, you know, going to the dermatologist or something like that, okay? I think that Saturn in the 1st house here, it's not always a bad thing, but it can be tricky because we can be extra hard on ourselves, and we can be extra picky when it comes to ourselves, actually, you know. So Saturn in the 1st house also talks about discipline, self-discipline, limitations regarding to yourself as a person, okay? Because 1st house is self. So like I said, this is a great time for you to work on your fears, to work on creating a more free space for yourself to change, and to even allow for things to change in your life, okay? Saturn in the 1st house can also be somebody who can be a little bit bossy. So maybe you're also being told here to take the lead in your life more, okay? There is going to be a need for change, for sure. You're going to feel the need to change things, and you already feel it. Adding more structure, balance, discipline into your life. For those who will have Neptune there, it's more so like Neptune is your planet, but it can also create some illusions. So like I said, what I want you to do is to be clear with your mindset as much as possible. And if there are certain people, certain connections, certain situations, Pisces, that no longer serve you, they have to go. Otherwise, I'm telling you, you're going to feel even more drained. Look at this. Talking about Jupiter, we have Jupiter card here. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So this is like telling you to go all in, okay, into something. It's like this card is giving me a vibe of go big or go home, okay? So this year is going to be a year of your self-confidence, being courageous and testing your luck, but I feel like you are going to get lucky with that Jupiter energy. Mercury, I already told you there's something here about communication, business. See? How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So yes, with Mercury energy being there and Jupiter in your third house, it can also create travel opportunities. It can create, how do I say this? Because Mercury sits in the third house, okay, but it depends where it is in your chart. Naturally, that house, Mercury is in that house, and you have Jupiter there, so that can improve communication, travel, learning, talking, things like that. If you have a business online, 2024 is going to be a very communicative year for you, a year for you to free yourself from what worries you and ties you down. Okay, this is going to be a year of expansion for you, but only if you allow it to. 8th house energy. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. You're going to be breaking free from certain relationships in your life, Pisces. You're going to be moving on from people. There are going to be new people that are going to come in your life. For some of you, there could also be something related to inheritance that may happen in 2024. I see travel. I see moving from one place to another as well, okay? Or buying of a home or something like that, because Jupiter is going to move into your 4th house, which is then home, family, roots. You're going to also feel more connected to your family and your loved ones more, okay? With that energy being there. We have, all right, the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. This is a goddess. So I feel like, Pisces, you're being told here to step into that energy for yourself, to know your worth, know your value. And it's like, you know, this is a main character energy, okay? Then we have Aquarius. This is Uranus energy. The energy is freedom, loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Last card here, Aries. The energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, impulsive actions may be taken. So I think that 2024 is a year of you taking actions towards your desires, breaking free from cultural norms, traditions, doing what you've really wanted to do, having boundaries in your relationships, and just working on yourself and being a better person, self-development wise, okay? We also have Chiron and North Node in your 2nd house, okay? So, I mean, you're gonna have it in your 2nd house. So with that energy being there, I strongly feel that you're going to be making certain, you know, big decisions surrounding your money, especially your investments, and you know, the money. It's more so like the money you have accumulated. It's kind of reminding me of, I'm getting somebody's savings account, okay? So you're going to be saving more, investing more, something like that. Your perception of money, your perception of sense of stability is going to change, whether that be about money, relationships. You know, Chiron and North Node also create a need to move more towards your destiny, to move more towards your purpose. And I feel like for you, it's leaning more towards financial, the finance area of your life. Bottom of the deck is Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Then we have Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So in 2024, you're definitely going to, you see, most of the cards we have gotten are very similar to, I mean, they're almost the same. that I've talked about, you know, astrologically for you. So I strongly feel like here with Uranus and Venus, you're being told here that the changes that are coming in your life, most of them are really positive, Pisces, okay? But Uranus is also an Aquarius energy right there. It's more so about how you're adjusting to the changes that are happening in your life, okay? We also have 12th house here. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming, yielding to a greater cause or power. So yes, with Pluto in your 12th house, that can create a little bit of an overwhelming energy. But I already told you that you're able to navigate through that really well. For some reason, I know, okay? So let's see what tarot messages want to show up for you. We have Ace of Cups and Nine of Swords. Some of you tend to get really stressed and anxious quickly. I feel like there is a new beginning in your life when it comes to love, because you're also saying bye to some old people in your life. I think here you're being told to open your heart space for the new, but the Ace of Cups sometimes can also represent a loving, caring energy for yourself, okay? Especially with that Nine of Swords to the Ace of Cups, it's like going from an anxious mindset to a more like, okay, I feel okay, you know, even if this person leaves me, I'm gonna find myself. The World card. So very beautiful energies have shown up for you for 2024, Pisces. This is a sense of achievement. A lot of people think that the World card is all about closing a cycle, and I mean, it is about that, but it's also about new opportunities, success. It can talk about travel. It can talk about you being surrounded by many different opportunities indeed. So there is a lot happening for you in 2024, mainly positive, but the only thing that's a little bit like is how your mind or your previous habits may get in the way. Okay, so that's about it, Pisces. Those were the messages that showed up for you. I hope that you were open to receive these messages, and I hope that you got something out of the reading. Another reading about your 2024 predictions, that's going to be linked in the description box below if you're interested. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.